those two guys from work who won't shut up about football, but are pretty damn entertaining? Well, they decided to buy a couple microphones. And with that, we welcome you to the CheesyCorn Sports podcast, where Justin Adams and Martin Chaney wrangle over everything college football and NFL. Bold predictions, hot takes, and live game reactions. This is CheesyCorn Sports.
What is going on? Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of CheesyCorn Sports. As you can see, I am solo again. Chaney did not quit the show this time. Okay. Sorry, Grandma. Chaney did not quit the show this time. I am solo. Chaney's working. So, working on his second job, Guess that takes precedence over the show, but, whatever. We are here. We are live, and I'm joined by Malibu, new dog. She's sleeping right now. She woke up, came in here, and went back to sleep. So we are, as y'all can see, we are now on Facebook and YouTube simulcast streaming. So what that means is for everybody who wants to watch on Facebook, you now can. We started out doing that last year, and we are back to doing it this year. You can comment on there, and they will pull up just as the YouTube comments do on here as well. It'll show what platform you're from. So, either or, whatever you want to watch from, whatever's easiest, hop on that platform and we will be there every week. So right now, Facebook and YouTube are the two. And then from there, we'll see if, maybe we'll join TikTok. No, I'm just playing. I'm not doing that. But all right. Well, you've heard enough of me ramble. So let's get down to the business. And we are taking viewer call-ins as well. So just be aware, we're taking viewer call-ins today. If y'all want to call in, you do not need a camera. You can just, we'll put the StreamYard link in the chat. You click the link, you'll pull in here. We'll bring you up on the screen. If we like you, then we'll be able to answer your questions, whatever you may have. He was not abandoned, I swear. Listen, I was looking out for you this time. I didn't make any crazy accusations. Okay, I learned my lesson. But what a week of fantasy we have in store. We have injuries out the yin-yang, and then we have bye weeks galore. So if you've managed to field a roster this week, good for you, because it's slim pickings out there. The guy I was playing against this week, I don't know what he did to his lineup yet, but he was projected at like 67 points. So there's always that. But all right, let's go ahead and start getting into the matchups again. Drop your comments in here as you will. And then what's going on, Nick? And then drop your comments in here as you will. And then, like I said, we'll put the link in there for the StreamYard so y'all can hop in and chat. You don't have to know anything. I know I was talking to my buddy Derek. He's like, I don't really know what to talk about or, it in that detail. But I'm like, you don't have to. Like, just come on here and we'll just chop it up about football. And I'll make fun of you and we could laugh and cry. So depending on how this week goes, but let's go ahead and get into the games a little bit. I'll start by running through these. Y'all can just let me know. Again, if you have any questions, lineup questions, I will be answering all of those. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into a little bit of the games. Lions, Ravens. All right. I'm going to come out the gates with my underdog of the week. Lions upset the Ravens. Okay. Now, with that, Lions, I feel like I'm just rooting for the Lions at this point. Really like the team that they have. The Ravens, really, really good against they're number one against and points allowed versus quarterbacks. So, Baltimore is a very stingy defense. But with that being said, Jared Goff is my QB sit of the week versus LA Baltimore, apparently. The Los Angeles Baltimores. So I think I might have made a little typo there. So the Los Angeles Baltimores. Hold on, let me fix that. Actually, you know what? Let's leave it. Screw it for the brand. Let's go. It's my new brand is typos. Okay. All right. Yeah. Baltimore again, number one in points allowed versus quarterbacks. Jared Goff. Are we super excited about Jared Goff? Anyways, not really. So, Lamar Jackson, you're firing up. There is really no interest in this game for me outside of just hoping the Lions pull the upset. I love, we like watching the Lions play. But Ravens tend to muddy up the games a lot. It gets real. I don't know. It just gets real sloppy. It seems like when the Ravens play football, and I don't know why. And I'm still rooting for Lamar, man. Lamar needs to just I just want Lamar to just take off. All right, and announcing the game that nobody will watch. Raiders minus 2.5 versus the Bears. So yeah, nobody will watch this game. If you watch this game, even if you're a fan, why? Why do you want to watch the Raiders and the Bears? This is a horrible game. Fields is out. There's nothing exciting here. If you're betting on it, who cares? Don't even watch it. All right. Let's see. Jordan Love. We got or Watson. Jordan Love. Yeah. Jordan Love. I got Jordan Love in my top 10 QBs this week. So I actually did have Jordan Love as my QB start of the week at first, but then I realized I also had Aaron Jones as my running back start of the week. So reason being, 32nd against opposing quarterbacks and fantasy points per game allowed by Denver. So definitely Jordan Love there. Yeah, that one. And just Watson, you find it'd be hard pressed for me to pick Watson for anything. So there's also that built in, but still I got Jordan Love ranked in my top 10. Watson's not. So appreciate the question, Nick. And then oh God. See, this is why I didn't even want to pick. I didn't want to pick a Packer to put in my starts of the week because I figured I'd have to listen to Chaney, bro. Chaney, never mind. I'll get to that game. I'll get to the other game in a little bit. With DK possibly out or limited, what do? I have him in 2 leagues. Can start McLaurin over him in 1 league and London in the other. Both play at 12. DK plays at 3, so may not know until late. Yeah, if you have to make a decision before you probably should make a decision for a 3:00 game if you don't have a replacement. I am not a big Terry McLaurin fan. I am a Drake London fan. I would go with Drake London. That's just me personally. I don't necessarily like the matchup for DK. So I can look at the I had them ranked, I think, like 16th and 17th. I think I had them like literally back to back, or with Lockett and DK back to back. I just don't like the matchup. But London has been, it's weird. It's like they're wanting to pass the ball more on occasion, but then they don't. It was really weird watching the Falcons versus the Texans, but it looks like London and Pitts are definitely just getting some more volume. So hopefully that trend continues. But I'm going Drake London there. So DK, you don't want to risk having that 0 for sure. So, yep, DK. I mean, not DK. I'm a dumbass. Drake London, sorry. Appreciate the question. Super CNB challengers. All you need is love. Damn, Chaney, you're coming at me from YouTube and Facebook, bro. Leave me alone. Which 2 wide receivers should I start? Standard league, Zay Flowers, Rice, Myers, Deontay Johnson, Christian Watson. All right, let me look at my rankings here. Let me pull these up for you. Let me pull up my top 10 to see who I got in there. All right, so my top 10 wide receivers: Hill, Cup, Brown, Diggs. Yeah, it's not going to be any of these guys. Okay, so looking at this first off, standard league. Okay, let's take that into account. That is rare. So I like Flowers and probably Christian Watson. Yeah, I like Christian Watson for sure. So Christian Watson's a definite. And then Zay Flowers. Yeah, I go those 2 personally. Oh, standard leagues, man. Those trip me out because man, I'm not in a single standard league. But last time I was in one, that was horrible. Like the games are like 85 to 87 in mine. So, but yeah. So start London over DK, give me your situation. Terry gives me pause. Yeah, you know how I feel about Terry. Everybody knows how I feel about Scary Terry. I hate Terry McLaurin. I don't have him on any fantasy teams. I don't know if I've ever had him on a fantasy team. I think maybe one time and never again. That was like 2 years ago. No bench players this week. All heard about. Like, no joke. Like my team just got healthy, right? I had Aaron Jones out, Cooper Kupp out, Austin Eckler out. I know my league's tired of hearing me say that. I was kind of trolling them a little bit after a while. Just started saying the same thing over and over, just to see if anybody would come after me. But yeah, it's rough this week, man. If I would not have got some of those guys back, I would literally be. I mean, there was points of the season where I had 2 tight ends in my flex. Like it's been crazy, and this week is. But at the same time, like I'm looking at all the games, and I'm like, there's a million games. How is there still so many bye weeks? It's frustrating. Texans on a bye, so I'm at least getting to relax there. But man, this has been a rough week for fantasy, and so and also not even that, but a lot of people aren't taking into account. If you look at the over unders for this week, they're all low. Like there's a lot of low over unders because the good offense. I mean, the matchups are good. Like the good offense is going against good defenses, and there's a lot of low over and unders. So this week is going to be. I think this week is going to be a little bit weird for fantasy. So. Got you on the computer, YouTube. All right, let's go, baby. You love to see it, man. That's too much of me at one place, though. It's like 2 of my big ass head in one room. I appreciate you, man. If you got any more questions, just feel free to ask them in here. Bye weeks are killing me. Yeah. Eat more at flex. Oh man. Go with Elijah Moore. That's what I'm thinking. Chaney, you can give your thoughts too, but I'm thinking I'm looking at Elijah Moore for sure. Yes, please, everybody. If you do want to support the channel, help us out here. You can like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. We don't want you to do it for the sake of doing it. So if you enjoy the content, you feel like you're getting something valuable from us here, please do like and subscribe. It really helps us out a ton. We don't like to ask for it, but we're trying to grow the channel and get get some more stuff going. We're going to get a Discord going and try to get a bunch of people in there and just create a big community and just have some fun on Sundays and during the week. So, or Deontay Foreman. I typically like to go running backs or wide receivers over running backs for my flex spot because running backs tend to be a little bit more volatile, but that's tough. I'll probably still go more. Yeah. Excuse King. That's right, baby. Hey, listen. So I still remained afloat. All right. Lost my first and second round pick, and then Aaron Jones, and I still was like, what, 2-2. And then nobody would ever, care that I was just the best team in the league and I wasn't getting my fair shake, and the fantasy football gods didn't want me to be great. But I'm back, Chaney, and you're screwed now. The rest of the league screwed. Elijah Moore and Najee. Oh, bro. Ugh. Najee. Yuck. I hate Najee, dude. Man. That's tough, but I'll probably, in this instance, I know I hate Najee. Sorry about my phone, guys. Jeez, man. Yeah, I probably... Even still, I think I like Najee's potential upside as far as like, him getting touchdowns goes. I just don't like their offense. So I like Elijah Moore. And I do think the Steelers are probably going to be playing from behind. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go Elijah Moore in there. Moore going to have a big game sometime with targets he's gotten. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. When I tried to start 2 tie-ins, I got slaughtered. Dude, the biggest call I made this year, the best call I made this year was getting Jake Ferguson before the season started. Like, he has been nailing it. Do you think Kyle Pitts can have a third week in a row of production? I absolutely do. I think that he is, I mean, if we're just looking at his target percentages, they're absurd. I'll pull those up for y'all here. But his target numbers are, he's getting better looks down the field. I wouldn't say his target quality is necessarily increasing, but he's just getting a lot more. He's getting a lot more work. And when I talk about work, I'm not talking about what we were seeing before with, the play just kind of breaking down and him just kind of throwing it up to Pitts. But like every Pitts target was, a terrible throw. So a lot of Pitts is much maligned, of course, because of the offense that they run there and stuff like that. But the thing that I always thought about was like they got two guys to throw to. Like at the end of the day, that's it. They got two guys to throw to, and this team isn't always going to be playing from ahead. And I traded for Pitts earlier this season because I love Pitts. All you have to do to fall in love with Pitts is to watch his film again and understand how young he is, right? And Kelsey and Andrews, they peaked late in their 20s. Pitts is what, 23 still? And situations change, but even then, he's still holding his own in the echelon of like productive tight ends. So it's like he's not getting this crazy drop off in comparison to the rest of them. He's still getting 8-10 points and stuff like that, and over the last couple weeks more. But I mean, it's not like you're losing. It's like a 30-point receiver, and you're down here with like a 10-point receiver. It's Kyle Pitts is still good, and I think this will continue. I do. I think they're going to do a lot of stuff to implement him and Drake London in there, and I think it's going to be just kind of a lot of short stuff, a lot of stuff in the red zone. So I'm excited to see kind of how they continue to integrate him into the offense. So I'm probably rolling Deontay Foreman over Moore. Total ball matchup. That very well could be. Deontay Foreman was the one that I almost that threw me for a loop there, but I'm still going with Moore. But I would not be mad at you if you went Deontay Foreman either. It's just, the risk you take when you throw Foreman in there. Full PPR, would you go Hunt, Henderson, Latavius Murray, Gibson, or McKinnon? Let me pull up my rankings here. That might help me. My rankings outside of my top 10s. So Hunt, Henderson, Latavius Murray. Where is he? It's Murray or Gibson or McKinnon. Okay, let me see. I'm probably not going to go McKinnon. I think I have, looking at it first glance, I think Latavius Murray I have a little higher than the rest. So, but for what it's worth, I got Deontay Foreman here at about 22. But yeah, out of those, it looks like I have Latavius Murray ranked the highest. So I would go Latavius Murray. I want to go Hunt. He's on the injury report so recently, though. That's one of the things too. Is like you never know what they're going to do. These coaches with these guys pulling them off the injury report, they'll pull them off the injury report and they'll get one snap or very limited action. I mean, look at Aaron Jones. His first game back, he came out there and all I saw on the field was AJ Dillon. So yeah, that's. You do want to be cautious, especially when you have other options. Like, Latavius Murray is still like, he's not going to kill you. Like he's not a top 20 back by any stretch of the imagination, but he can still fill in there. What's up, Chris? How's it going, bud? Puka Nacua, Jonathan Taylor, flex. What? No, Puka. I'm still going Puka. Puka's top 10 receiver for me. I got Jonathan Taylor around 19th. For running back. So not quite I don't have quite Taylor quite back up there yet. Yeah, I have him 18th. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's 18th for me. Tough matchup against Cleveland. Puka Nacua, we know, is going to get targets regardless. It's him and Cup's offense. So definitely Puka. I thought that said I flipped Kyle for Pitts. Like, all right, that's interesting. Kittle for Pitts. I like that actually. Don't kill me, but in Dynasty, I traded a package involving the Devontae Adams for a package involving Pitts. But however, Greg Dulcich was my tight end. Dude ended up on the damn IR, and I needed a tight end, and I also had like Cup and a crazy receiver core. So, but yeah, that's good. I like that. Kittle's up there, and Kittle's very volatile, as y'all can tell, coming in the season. So I drafted Kittle and then immediately traded him for the season started because I knew what kind of volatility he'd have. So was not a fan of that. In Chain Gang games down here, as y'all probably know, but if you don't, this is my co-host that's typically on here with me. So he's going to be helping answer questions down here too as well. So that way I can get a couple of couple of opinions per usual, so you don't have to listen to my dumb ass all the time, because 50% of the time I'm right all the time. So Nakuka, oh my god, bro, I can't talk either. Nakua Cohen. I was like, Nakua Cohen, who the fuck is that? My bad, dude. You were answering. All right, appreciate you, Dylan. Yep. And like we said earlier at the start, if you want to call into the show, there's a StreamYard link. We will pull you up in here and we will chat, and you can say whatever you want as long as it doesn't get us booted from YouTube. All right. I am going to just do a quick shameless plug here. So, for those who don't know, my name is Justin Adams, and I am your resident expert corn here. Let me get this. Nobody will watch this off. I'm Corn. You can follow me at _H-Town Husker on X. I also am the host of post games and content creator for Mark Rogers TV, Voice of College Football. It's Nebraska football at the Voice of College Football. If you're a college football fan, Mark Rogers has 43,000 subscribers on his main network, where they talk football all day, every day, college football all day, every day, post games from 12 different teams. You can call in to that show. They're streaming all day, every day on that channel. So Mark Rogers TV, or the Voice of College Football, or Nebraska football at the Voice of College Football. And then for my partner in crime here, Chaney, he's got his 4th and 1 series that is excellent. I highly recommend y'all check it out. It is him and actually another shout out to our producer in the background, Corey. They do a damn good job of that, where it's, the commentary, the editing, and everything kind of flows together really well. And it's a pretty entertaining series. So, if y'all do want to go check that out, I'll try to get the, Chaney, if you want to drop those links in there, so that way we can, get those in there so people can get over and check them out if they want. So, all right. Who would I drop for Foreman, Boyd or Logan Thomas? Would you drop Jimmy G? Hold on. Speaking of Logan Thomas, let's get Logan Thomas's due. Logan Thomas is my sit of the week versus I don't care because fuck Logan Thomas. Okay, so there we go. That's how I feel about Logan Thomas after last week. I'm sure a lot of other people do. I don't like the guy anymore. He's a piece of shit. I'm going to leave that up on the screen just because I don't like him for just a little bit. Because fuck Logan Thomas. Dylan Fink, that's Chaney. Pick one PPR. Justice Hill. All right. Remember this. Screenshot this in your mind, because I just want I want this burned in everybody's brain. Fuck Logan Thomas. Okay. Sorry for the language. What's going on, Jacob? How you doing, man? Appreciate you hopping in here. Ask a question. Pick one PPR. Justice Hill, Keontae Ingram, or Darrell Henderson Jr. I think I'm going to go Keontae Ingram. Let me double check my rankings, though. Keontae Ingram. Yep, I do have Keontae Ingram higher than Darrell Henderson, Justice Hill. Yep, Keontae Ingram's higher for me. Arizona, Seattle. That game's always pretty close, pretty good. I think Arizona's going to have a pretty good game offensively. So let's go Keontae Ingram. Was that okay? I was like, "Are you picking Henderson?" I had to see that emoji, bro. My eyes are broke. Stevenson or Taylor, RB2. Give me, dude. I hate Ramondre, bro. Damn, let me check my ranks. I have Ramondre Stevenson 2 below JT. Yeah, 2 below JT. So I would go JT. I don't like Ramondre, so my rankings might be a little biased, because like Ramondre Stevenson, like in that one league, I think the league I'm in with you as well. I drafted Ramondre and I drafted Najee, or 2 running backs I don't like, and I regret it ever since. So yeah, JT to me has the much bigger upside, honestly. Mike Evans or Terry McLaurin start. Give me Mike Evans. Yeah, give me Mike Evans. I don't. Me and Terry. Words are hard. Me and Terry McLaurin are not friends. We're not cool. One time, I told him to fuck off on Twitter, and he called my mom. No, I'm just playing. If You had a dedicated co-host. I know. Oh, I don't know. Like, I now know his grandma watches, so I don't want to say anything mean. Grandma, earmuffs. Chaney, show up for work, goddammit, to your good job. This job, your main job. Not that other crap. Jerome Ford or Jacoby Myers. By the way, I'm ready to see what happens with Chris if the Packers lose today. That would be pretty funny. Jerome Ford or Jacoby Myers. Jerome Ford. I like Jerome Ford this week a lot. Very good matchup for him. I got him at RB12. So yeah, I really like Jerome Ford this week. So roll with Ford. Catch Justin all thing. Oh yeah, appreciate that, man. Thanks for dropping them in there. The links are in the chat for the Nebraska football at the Voice of College Football and Chaney's Dynasty Series, Sim Series, 4th and 1. All right. Wilson or Watson in PPR? Sorry about that, guys. My phone's blowing up. Watson. Yeah, I say go Watson. I think Watson's going to have a big game. Let me go into my starts and sits of the week just real quick here, so maybe I can cover some of these. So my running back start of the week out of the Packers game, Aaron Jones versus Denver. 32nd in points allowed to running back. Denver is terrible. Fire up Aaron Jones. Also fire up Luke Musgrave. So there are the two from Chaney's squad I had to represent. Give them a couple, but great matchup for those guys this week. And then QB start of the week, Joshua Dobbs versus Seattle. Seattle is allowing, I think, the 31st or 29th in points allowed to opposing fantasy QBs. So, and of course, Josh Dobbs makes plays. Arizona always plays Seattle close, it seems, just that rivalry game. No matter what, they always play close, and neither team is really great this year. So I do expect a lot of good from both Josh Dobbs and Geno Smith this week. Wide receiver start of the week, that being said, Hollywood Brown, Seattle, 31st. That's what, okay, 31st in fantasy points allowed to running backs, wide receivers, and quarterbacks. So, and then Packers and Broncos. How bad are the Packers to be only -1 against Denver? Guys, what do y'all think? How bad are they? This is terrible, right? You're a pick 'em basically to the Broncos. Man, must be rough. Okay, and then let's see. I saw a question about Jared Goff. So here is the answer about Jared Goff. I am sitting him this week versus the Los Angeles Baltimores. By the way, it's a typo, and I left it because, whatever. It's just kind of like a me thing. So the LA Baltimores are number 1 in points allowed versus quarterbacks. So yeah, I am not a big Goff guy this week. So Goff, Stafford, or Baker. Give me Stafford. No reporting, Chaney. That's weak, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back up here a little bit. I skipped some of these questions. Trying to catch back up. Sorry, guys. Of course, Caden, appreciate you hopping in here, man. Even though you're a Colts fan, I appreciate you. JJ Keats, Jonnu Smith, Musgrave, or Njoku. Musgrave for sure. Musgrave, absolutely, without a doubt, is going to have a week this week. Well, I don't want to say without a doubt, because then when I'm wrong, you're going to and I'm going to feel bad about myself. So, but Musgrave for sure. I got Musgrave in my top 6. I think I have Musgrave at 5. So, let's see. Chaney, get out of here. Full PPR, pick one. Mike Evans, Jerry Jeudy, Brian Robinson, James Cook, or Christian Watson. Christian Watson, I'm thinking. Mike Evans, Brian Robinson, James Cook. I really like Brian Robinson this week too, but that matchup's too good against Denver. I think Christian Watson's going to have a game. So, yeah, man, I'd go Christian Watson. Appreciate the question, Titan. And again, if y'all want to join in and call in and ask any questions, feel free. Links in the chat. We'll continue to drop it in there. So either Facebook or YouTube, either one of the sides, you just click the link. You'll be able to, it'll pull you up in here. I'll bring you in. You don't need to have video. We just need to have audio for you. So Goff, Stafford, or Baker. Oh, I think I already answered that. My bad. Addison, London, or Myers. I just thought I had deja vu. It's between Addison and London for me. Where I got him? I think I'm leaning towards London. Where do I have London? Yeah, I have London. Yeah, I have London higher. So go with London there. Not a big fan of Myers at all. Russ Wilson. I need to start looking at who's commenting before I read it. I'm like, damn, they come for your throat, Chaney, just as Panthers lost 48-3. They're bad. I apologize. I know y'all blamed Matt Rule for some reason, but clearly Matt Rule's not the problem, huh? Jahan Dotson, Wandale Robinson, or Javonte Williams. Your boy right here is a Wandale guy. I love Wandale Robinson. Thing about Wandale, he's going to produce as long as he can be on the field and stay healthy. That has been the problem so far. So understand, well, I mean, we're talking about Javonte Williams too, but understand the risk you take with Wandale being the small guy and an offense that peppers him with targets when he's out there. Me personally, this is between Jahan and Wandale. I think consensus probably has Jahan higher. I'm more of a Wandale guy myself, so take that for what you will. But yeah, I would go Wandale, me personally. Thanks for the question, Jen. I appreciate that. Packers defense versus Denver or Bucks defense versus Atlanta? I would definitely go Packers versus Denver because Atlanta's sneaky good with their offense. Yeah, they're sneaky good with their offense. So I watching the Texans play against them, their offense, it's the weirdest thing to me. It looks like the most vanilla, basic, boring, terrible brand of football you've ever seen, but for some reason, somehow it works. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's having a guy like Bijan Robinson back there, but they don't even use him as much as I think they should. But so yeah, I would go Packers versus Denver. All right. Jordan Love, 250 plus passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns in the win. Somebody want to screenshot this? Chris, can you go ahead and screenshot this? Because if I want to pull this up on the show next week, I'm trying to see something just in case. Love or Purdy, Washington D versus Las Vegas D or Seattle D. Okay, so I have Love and Purdy basically. Let me pull my QB rankings up. My top 10s here. So my top 10 QBs right here. So I have Tua, Jalen, Josh Allen, Lamar, Herbert, Geno, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love. So literally 7 and 8. Again, I think Brock Purdy has a higher floor. I think Jordan Love has the higher ceiling. I think, of course, you're going to get more upside out of Jordan Love just because of the way the Niners play offense. I don't know just how much they're going to use him, especially coming off of last week. So, or not use him, but I don't know how much work he's going to get how he's going to look in the passing game or what this is going to look like this week. So there's just a slight bit of hesitation there with Purdy off of that. But what we've seen from Purdy has been consistent and good. So I still think he has a higher floor. I just think Jordan Love has the higher upside based off who he's playing. No other week should Jordan Love see a top 10 anywhere. Even if he goes back to college football, I don't think that man should see a top 10. Nope. Sorry, Chaney. It sucks, mate. I know my team has the best, the greatest quarterback of all time, rookie wise, so it sucks sometimes. I know, Chaney. I get it. Been there. Aaron Jones or Osborne? Aaron Jones, without a doubt. I have Aaron Jones as my running back start of the week. So without a doubt, Aaron Jones, in my opinion. So thanks for the question, Perfecto. I appreciate that, man. Jones is going to explode this week. Absolutely. He's going to go berserk this week. Kentucky needs an NFL team. The Kentucky market is comparable to New York, California. Hey, listen, South in football, man, it is what it is. You bring a football team down there, people are going to show up. So unless you're in Jacksonville. Sorry, Corey. Also, shout out to Corey Duval. Put Duval in the chat for our producer, Corey. He's in the background. And what you see at the bottom of the screen with the injuries, those are constantly being updated. Tweets from around the league and stuff like that. All of that stuff's going to be coming across the bottom of the screen. That's all live, up to date. He's in the background doing that as we go. So Big shout out to Corey for doing that for us. So, and just for y'all to know that that's all live and up to date. So, but yeah, I agree with you. I think every state in the South should have an NFL team, man. Come on, it's football. Full PPR, rocked by injuries. Yeah, man, but injuries and bye weeks, right? Start 2 of the 3. Pickens, Deontay, Wandale. Pitt guy's better in a vacuum, but starting both feels like a no. Yeah, definitely not. I don't like starting one Steeler or the other, let alone 2. So, and who do I have higher here? Pickens, Deontay Johnson there. Okay, so I have Deontay Johnson 2 spots ahead of Pickens. So I have Johnson, Palmer, and then Pickens. Yeah, so very slightly Deontay Johnson lean there. And then Wandale. I love Wandale. That's my dude. So, yeah, Pickens, Wandale. Yeah, I like that. Deontay Wandale. I appreciate the question, Mike. And again, ask many questions as y'all want. Chain gang games. Panthers needs new ownership, no doubt. It's the Panthers fans. I'm a Nebraska fan, so Panthers fans were jumping on us all offseason, telling us how bad Matt Rule was. And they really give the guy much of a shot, but it looks better than what they got now. This right now is atrocious. Chris, pour one out for our buddy Chris Owen. He's a Panthers fan. He's going through it right now. His team drafted a garden gnome to play quarterback. So, it'd be like this sometimes. You want to go out and draft the 5'8" guy who's built like a 17-year-old. Never mind. I don't think I can finish that joke. Sorry, I'm still learning YouTube terms of services and what I can and can't joke about. So I'm just use your imagination to finish that one. Heard Philly's looking to make big moves. They want Kevin Byard. The last thing we need is Philly to make big moves. No more moves, Philly. Philly should lock up where they are. All right, I don't even know about that. Duval. All right, Corey, Duval in the chat. Everybody got a Duval for Corey. All right, there we go. We had to do it. All right. I hated the phrase Duval when I lived in Jacksonville. All right, I'll embrace it for Corey now. What's up, Duck? It's good, fam. Don't even be disappointed, Dave. My team already did that. Listen, Derek, I know. Struggle's real. LSU won, though. What a day. What a day for Nebraska, though, by the way, guys. Our volleyball team won last night versus the number 1 team in the country. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you hopping in here and asking questions. Again, if y'all like what we're doing here, please subscribe. Like the stream, share the stream. It helps us out a ton. So it's greatly appreciated. We really appreciate everybody who hops in here. We remember everybody who hops in here every week. So I appreciate every single one of y'all that come in and join us and enjoy the show. So good news, we can tank and draft some weapons. Yeah, that still to this day, I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. There was no clear number 1 quarterback this year. No clear. Well, in my eyes, it was clear Stroud, but that haul to go up and get Bryce Young was crazy to me. Just caught up in a lot of the hype. All right, cool. So I think that caught up a lot of the questions. There's the link in there again if y'all want to call in. If not, let me go through the rest of my top 10s here. All right. Top 10 quarterbacks. Let's brush back over these. So we got Tua 1 for obvious reasons. Jalen Hurts at 2 for obvious reasons. They're playing each other. So that game is going to be nutty. Josh Allen 3, Lamar 4, Herbert 5, Geno 6. Hold on. Brock Purdy, we're getting into it. Hold on. We're getting to it. 7, Jordan Love 8. We're getting to it. Matthew Stafford 9. And Patrick Mahomes at 10, baby. How you like that? How y'all like that? Patrick Mahomes at 10. Yeah, I almost dropped him out of the top 10. The dude's terrible. I don't know why people still have him on your fantasy teams. I'm just kidding. But no, he is at number 10 for me because the Patrick Mahomes we've seen this year, I don't know why people still feel confident in him as 1, 2, 3. Hasn't been good. What we've seen, he puts up some points, whatever, but just not the Chiefs offense is just they've been propped up by look at the scores of their game this year. It just has not been, even against the couple weeks where the officials had to help them, they could barely score in those games. It's just I think they're still looking at Patrick Mahomes as the Patrick Mahomes of old, and I'm trying to talk about Patrick Mahomes in a non-biased way because I do hate the guy. So I'm trying to give y'all some legit perspectives. So it doesn't happen because I always start laughing when I talk about him. I feel like everybody's like, "Oh, you hate him," because I do. All right, happy Sunday. What's going on, Michael? Happy Sunday. Lockett, Flowers, or Addison PPR. Lockett if DK doesn't play. I guess you have to make a decision for that. Huh? Flowers. Then let's go Flowers. I like Flowers anyways. I had Lockett and DK ranked literally back to back at like 18 and 19, 17 and 18, something like that. But you can't really wait to see what happens with DK. So I would go Flowers. Hey, y'all, Chaney, last year throughout the college football season, from coming week 1 in the college football season last year, I told everybody Stroud is the guy. Laporta or Goddard. I am not a Laporta fan this week. Tough matchup for Laporta. They are. Let me pull up my rankings chart here. Or not my rankings chart. My opposing like defensive versus position chart, if I can find it. Okay, yeah. So here it is. To the tight end position, Baltimore is first. And points allowed, meaning they allow the least amount of points per 2 tight ends. But I mean, he's still in my top 10. But I got Goddard at 3, so I would definitely go Goddard there. Golf or Cousins, Laporta or Waller. I have Laporta and Waller back to back. I have Laporta at 9, Waller at 10. So I would probably go with. I would go Laporta. I got him ranked a second, just a little bit higher because I feel like he's going to get a lot of work. It's just how much is actually going to be there. A lot of work in comparison to the rest of the offense, but how much of work is he going to get against Baltimore, and what does that look like against Baltimore? Is a little scary to me. I think that floor just really lowers against a team like Baltimore. So yeah, I would probably I'm leaning Laporta just because I'm ranked a little higher, but keep that in mind I just think his floor is very low this week. Golf or Cousins? Cousins. Unfortunately. Yeah, Cousins. Because I got Golf as my sit of the week, but it's very close because San Francisco's 4th and Baltimore's 1st. So yeah, I would go Cousins. Let's go Cousins. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. Should I start the starting Rams running back or Jaylen Warren? I would go. Yeah, I'll go Rams running back. Darrell Henderson, I believe. Who's going to be filling in that role? Rams running back for sure. Jaylen Warren, I'm not. I mean, Jaylen Warren, I'm just not a fan of that team in general, fantasy wise, at all. Doesn't matter who's on their team. And so there could be a little bit negative bias there, but I just think whoever takes over the Rams is going to get the work. So, JT or Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones. Talked about this earlier. Jonathan Taylor, I have him about 18th, just because he's slowly going to start moving up. However, I just don't necessarily think this week is going to be he's going to keep getting more and more work, but he's going against Cleveland this week. It's a very tough matchup. Not a fan of that matchup at all. So Aaron Jones, I think, is going to have a great week. Denver is like last in every statistical category to opposing positional fantasy, whatever. So, dead last against QBs, running backs, wide receivers. So Aaron Jones, I think, is going to have a great game this week. So, yep, I appreciate the question, Vinny, man. Thanks. 32-man league. What? Holy cow. 32-man league, full PPR. Deontay Foreman or Zach Evans. 32-man league. That's absolutely insane. Go. This is tough. This is really tough. I think I would go. Let's go Foreman. Go Foreman. I'm a Foreman lean here a little bit. Yeah, and Chaney, give me your take on here too. Let's see if we can unanimously do this one because I'm very, very on the fence about this one, but I'm going to lean Deontay. So I appreciate the question, Andrew. Thank you, man. And here you go. Chain Gang Games again is going to be the one that's also helping you out in the chat a little bit as I go along. So there you go. All right, so there's to help out with that too. Can't believe I'm asking this. All my running backs out: Latavius Murray or Royce Freeman. Go Latavius Murray. I got definitely Latavius Murray there. I'm definitely not going to put him Royce Freeman over him. So I appreciate the question, and my condolences to your team because, like I said, this week is going to be rough. There's going to be a lot of weird scores this week, a lot of low scores. All these games over-unders are extremely low. So the fantasy week could be really, really weird as far as who comes out, who comes out on the top fives. And I just feel like we're gonna have a couple studs who just do nothing this week. I don't know who it's gonna be, but I feel like it's there. Is Freeman the starting Rams running back? That I'm not. Let me see. Let me look at what they got there. See what they got looking like, because the problem is what is the usage going to look like? It's going to be kind of like a rotational type of things, because I know they have Ronnie Rivers and Evans, but let me see. Is there any indication? Royce Freeman, Darrell Henderson, Evans, Gaskin. Yeah, so it's so hard to know who's going to be the guy. That's like, it's very tough. And who's gonna get those touches? Because I feel like all of those guys are in kind of like the same tier, as far as, like, I feel like each of those guys, if they were starting, I would rank them probably around the same ranking, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's gonna be tough to figure out who's gonna be the running back that is the guy in that room. So right now, I'm just trying to avoid that running back room if possible. Okay, I feel like it's kind of risky with Freeman, but not sure. Yeah, it is very risky. Yeah, anybody there right now is risky, and sometimes though the risk, you're in a situation where you have no choice but take that risk. But however, if I do take one of those, I would probably feel the best about me personally. I feel the best about Darrell Henderson, but I think right now, looking at it, I think Royce Freeman's going to be the guy that's probably going to get the majority of the touches. So, yeah, it's risky with any of those. But again, there's the upside there. One of those guys, you just got to hope you hit on the guy that kind of starts to take that. Whoever they may write the hot hand, whoever's the hot hand is going to be the guy. And I think, me personally, again, Darrell Henderson, I think, is the best of those. But Royce Freeman is definitely going to get the most work, in my opinion, this week. I don't know what the most work looks like, though. Is the most work 30%? Is the most work 40%? That's what we're running into here. Yeah, I agree with Chaney here. Our running backs are either cooked or by. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're in a situation right now where, like, if you have a deep roster, like, you got to start who you got. Again, I was at one point starting 3 tight ends. I had 2 tight ends in my flex and 1 in my tight end spot. So yeah, it's rough. But yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, like, I don't think it's gonna be horrible, because if you have Royce Freeman, I mean, that's the one I would want out of those right now, honestly, just the way it looks like, as far as, like, usage goes and what they're gonna run. I think Royce Freeman's gonna have the better week this week. So feel a little bit better about that. Chaney said, I feel your pain. Chaney has been updating his team name from I'm going like 14-0 to I'm going 13-1 to 12-2 to 11-3, and none of it's due to injury. So don't let him lie to you. He doesn't feel your pain. 6 players injured on a bye. Dude, this is like This is like fantasy therapy session here. That's what I should have called this. Should have been a fantasy therapy session. We could all come in here and we all could have just, really got it out of our system, because I feel like I've been trying to yell this whole year about how I'm the best team in every single league. But I mean, that's how I always feel. I feel like every week I should be winning. But I'm blaming injuries, because it obviously can't be my team. Cousins or the massage parlor Neanderthal. I'm not going the massage parlor Neanderthal at all. Cousins. For real, Cousins. I like Cousins a little bit more this week. I don't think I've picked the massage parlor Neanderthal since the massage parlor incident. But yeah, no problem, Vinny. I appreciate you hopping in here. Cousins. See, I like this. I like when we agree. When I don't even see your comments. Kirko Bangs. Okay. 32-man league. Yeah, dude. How did that draft go, man? Did y'all do a slow draft or something? That must have been an all-night thing. I don't know. That's crazy. And imagine bye weeks. Imagine bye weeks and I don't know how y'all field rosters. That's weird. My mind's blown. I've never seen that before. Craig Reynolds, Logan Thomas, Rondale Moore at the pick. All right, let's go back to my graphic here. Since you brought him up. Where we go? All right, Logan Thomas, sit of the week. Fuck Logan Thomas. Okay, cool. Just wanted to bring that back up. Every time Logan Thomas's name gets mentioned, I'm coming for his throat. So, Musgrave and Logan Thomas, but I Musgrave for sure. Wait, hold on. Now too. You're playing who? Me or Chaney? If you're playing me, Logan Thomas. With Charbonnet out to, did I see? Oh, Kenneth Walker scores 50 plus. Dude, I actually had Kenneth Walker as my fantasy RB1 and I moved him down. Could have been overthinking. I don't know. But when I was making my rankings last night, I was plugging and playing and I start going through them and then I just kind of go by feel. And yeah, Kenneth Walker, I have him at RB. Oh, well, I didn't overthink it too much. I have him at RB2. So, so yeah, I'm right there with you. I do think, but he's RB1 upside. But I just think Eckler gets a lot more pass work. That's why I put him ahead of him. But Kenneth Walker is, yeah, he definitely has a big game in store, in my opinion. Chaney is the MVP of nothing. Cool. I think you forgot to finish that phrase, of nothing. Got it. Okay. I think Goff is a safer play than Watson today. I think Goff is still safer than Watson, even though I have him as a set of the week. I still think he's safer. I got Watson at like 16, I think. So I still have Goff ranked ahead of him. Josh Allen or Herbert. I have Josh Allen at 3. I have Herbert at 5 or 6. So that is a tough one. Man. Yeah, I got Josh Allen ahead. I was just feeling a little bit better about Allen. So go Allen. But that is a tough predicament. Actually, it's a good problem to have, though. If you got both those guys, it's a really good problem to have. Our excuses. Change making excuses. Don't read those. Sean Herbert, that stuff. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but Josh Allen, man, it doesn't seem to matter with him. You're going to get what you get from Josh Allen. He's tough. If he's out there, he's going to battle through it, and he's probably going to get you points. My team name in Dynasty is Kim Jong Adams, and then my other one. Are you in our league? Is that you that's in our league? I'm Kim Jong Adams and Airbud 2 on DVD. So I'm one of those, or the Golden Retrievers. I'm either the Golden Retrievers, Shrek 2 on DVD, Airbud 2 on DVD, or Kim Jong Adams. It took 3 hours. The bye weeks have been rough. I have Derrick Henry on a bye. Yeah. Well, 3 hours actually isn't that bad for 32-man league. But I would imagine at the end of it, like there was just probably, you're getting people who's just going to be like undrafted free agents at a certain point. They're just going to get cut, right? I was just really curious to see what a league like that looks like roster wise. All right, I'm gonna keep trying to push through these to see if make sure I can get through everybody's. And just a heads up, we do go live up until the games start. So get your questions in, get your if you want to call in, do your thing, and we'll be live right up until the game. So, wait, did I answer that question? Well, Marquise Brown is 8 Flowers. All right. I will say I do have Marquise Brown as my wide receiver start of the week. So let me see if I have him ranked higher than Flowers. I don't think I do. Sorry, I lost my notepad. Okay, here we go. So I have Flowers at 14, and I have Hollywood. Nope, I actually have Hollywood at 10. So yeah, my start of the week's Hollywood Brown. So go ahead and start Hollywood there. I never thought I'd say that. Yeah, but all right, yeah. Sports Spotlight, man. Thanks for the question. I appreciate y'all again. If y'all want to like the stream, share, it'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel so we can get a nice community in here, man. We just like to have fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We just like to have fun, chat some football, and hang out with y'all. Just give our professional esque opinions. Addison, Scary Terrier, Lockett, pick 2. Addison and Lockett. I avoid Terry McLaurin like the plague, dude. You think Aaron Jones will play enough for me to start him over Foreman? Yes, I do. I think Aaron Jones. I have Aaron Jones in my top 10 this week. I think Aaron Jones is going to have a high usage week this week. So I don't think I have him in the other graphic. I had a usage graphic to pull up, but I need to. I don't think I had Aaron Jones in there. But if I can get that up on the screen, I'll pull that up for you so I can show you what I'm talking about. Why I think Aaron Jones is going to have good week. Jerry Jeudy or Drake London PPR. It's tough. I think I'm going to lean. I think I'm going to lead Drake London. It's just hard for me to want any part of their the Broncos offense, but they are going against Arizona. But give me Drake London. Yeah, and Drake London, and then Chaney. If you want to double back on this question too, see if you agree with me there, Drake London. Wanted Logan Thomas last week. I lost by a yard and a half PPR. Started Logan. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Funny story. It was the best matchup possible for Logan Thomas. I had him as my start of the week. I was singing his praises all week, and he comes out and he made me look stupid. So, fuck Logan Thomas. So I'm glad other people agree with me. I figured most people did because a lot of people already started that asshole. Traded Kenneth Walker and Joe Mixon for Derrick Henry, Devonta Smith. So I traded Kenneth Walker. I packaged Ken Walker for, dude. I ended up getting Tyreek, some package with Walker, something for Tyreek, which I'm okay with. But yeah, I drafted Walker. I was a big Kenneth Walker fan all offseason. I wasn't buying into the Charbonnet stuff at all. So I drafted him. I didn't think. I don't know why people were thinking that Charbonnet was just going to come in there and take work. It just didn't make sense. The logic didn't make sense because, in any situation like that, like I think oh my God, Charbonnet coming into the season, I just think he hit that pre-draft hype where he just continued to climb in the off season, and people were forgetting hey, Kenneth Walker was ridiculous, had 100% of the goal line carries, and he was never Kenneth Walker was never he was never an efficiency guy. He would bust a big run, get a couple touchdowns, but he was never very efficient. So even losing volume, he still was fine. So, but yeah, I mean, maybe it'll work out, man. I'm not trying to get on you. Maybe it'll work out. I traded him too. So let's root against him now. Devontae Smith and Njoku tight end premium. I got Devontae in my top 10 this week. I think I'm going to go I think I'm even tight end premium. I think I'm going to go Devontae. I think there's a lot of points to be had in that game for sure. Jones is going to eat breakfast. Okay. Imagine having a fantasy football show where you give your opponent all the sauce for the week. That's what I'm saying. Like, I gotta be careful. I gotta start checking who I'm playing. It's tough. It's tough out here in these streets. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's my excuse for all my fantasy leagues. Like, people know my thoughts, man. So, can I use that? I'll use that. Even though half the people in my league, half the people in some of my leagues, I don't know. So I don't even know if they watch it. I hopped in a little late. See if you have covered QB rankings. Purdy or Cousins? I got Purdy higher than Cousins. So, just so I could pull up my QB ranks here for you real quick. Boom. So I got Brock Purdy at 7. So yeah, definitely Brock Purdy. Again, we know he has a little bit of a floor, a little bit, but I still think we've seen more. It's 1 week. We've seen more good from Purdy than we've seen. I think everybody just needs to lay off of him a little bit. I think everybody was just waiting on that 1 week to finally talk trash on Brock Purdy. Like, because all I saw was system QB, system QB. It's like everybody had been waiting for that moment. Tired of helping everybody win when I can't do it myself. Well, maybe you're not helping them then. Maybe they're just doing what they want and you're a loser. You ever think about that? You ever think about that? Okay. Optin Lily are Pretty all day. Yeah. Pick 2 flex, half PPR, Scary Terry, Jordan Anderson, Drake London. Bro, I feel like I've gotten this question like 17 times. Not, but it's just funny. It's funny that everybody's in the same situation with like these same 2 or 3 wide receivers. Crazy. Addison London. Fuck Terry McLaurin. No, but really, yeah. Addison and London for sure. Geno Smith or Howell? Geno Smith. Geno Smith is QB 6 for me this week. So definitely Geno. That game, rivalry game, Seattle, Arizona, those games are typically close. Geno, I think both quarterbacks are going to have a good day. But yeah, Geno for sure. Addison in London. Jimmy Geno. Marvin Jones, personal reasons. Yeah, man. Marvin Jones. You know what? I'm not even going to get onto that soapbox. Marvin Jones in my 32-man league. Dude is awful. Started in week 1. He hasn't seen the starting line. Imagine not seeing the starting lineup in a 32-man league. Like, that's pain. That's, yeah. If you can't hit a roster in a 32-man league on fantasy, I don't think you should be allowed in the NFL. Either you give us fantasy value or you listen. If the NFL wants to be a business, all right, start feeding us fantasy points. How long till the NFL buys out like fantasy football too? Opinions are Logan Thomas on the list after last week. What? Chaney, I just saw this, dude. I was like, hold on, did I see that right? Oh my god, my dog's going crazy. Opinions on Rams versus Green Bay defense. I God dang, shut up. My dog's barking up a storm. Hang on, sorry. Okay, just had to let one out real quick. I think the Rams are going to have a good game. I think the Rams versus the Green Bay defense is a good matchup. But let me see. Hold on 1 second here. I'm trying to pull up that game slip because I did want to touch on a couple of these games. Sorry, I filtered through my cards here. Dude, where is the Packers game? I literally brought it up earlier. I just think Green Bay against Denver is just too good of a matchup to pass up on. So that's why I'm leaning with them. I'm just trying to pull up this little chart I had and this little thing I had right here, but it's not. I'm not able to find it. But yeah, Packers. First off, how are they only -1 against Denver? Secondly, yes, I do think the Packers defense is the better one there. It's just that one's just a too good of a matchup to pass up on for sure. So, sorry, I'm trying to keep track of these questions, guys. I'm kind of just trying to figure out where I'm at right now in these comments. It's a curse. Remember that one? Where's menopause? I'm looking for menopause. Okay, there's menopause. Cool. Now we're back. No, he was talking about their defense versus he's talking about the Rams defense, like versus starting which one to start basically is what he was asking. We're not dumb, Chaney. Start 2 out of Najee, Javonte, and Deontay. I don't ever want to tell anybody start Najee, dude. All right. Najee and Javonte. Unfortunately. God, I hate saying that. I apologize, Jake. But yeah, I'm going Najee and Devontae. Or Javonte, sorry. Appreciate the question, Jake. Okay. From the captain and Gilbert. Playing against the commissioner of my league this week. I want to know if you think he'll release Aaron Jones to play today. TikTok. If he'll release Aaron Jones to play today, I have no idea what that means. Sorry. I'm so lost right now at this question. I don't know if it's because my brain's fried. I'm dumb. Let me regroup. Reword that and call me stupid if it's blatantly obvious. Javonte and Foreman. Okay. Oh, I think I traded you Hill for Walker Kirk. It's all adding up now. Yeah. First off, like I told you, at least now you know that I love Kenneth Walker. And I have this so I wasn't BSing you when I said that. I do love Kenneth Walker, and it was hard for me to trade him because I was one of the ones that stuck with him through this offseason when everybody jumped off the bandwagon because they buy into the draft hype. Oh, okay. I get it now. That makes sense. You got fleeced. Oh man. Don't dude, I hate when people tell people I traded they got fleeced because I feel like that was a bad trade. But he was the thing about it is he was in a desperate position. He needed a running back, and I had basically all the good running backs. I had Aaron Jones, Eckler, Kenneth Walker. Well, Miles Sanders was good for the first couple weeks, but then he fell off. But I was pretty deep at running back, and so he had a shot at a top 3 dynasty running back. So, and a young one at that. But for win now, I'm in very much win now. So I attack that for sure. Breaks my heart. He's a Pittsburgher. I know. Tyson. Yeah. Hey, let's see it, dude. I'm all for that. I am all for that. Laporta or Goddard home to Miami. Laporta at Baltimore. Oh, okay. At Baltimore. Okay. So I have Goddard 3. Laporta is a really tough matchup. The Baltimore's first place in points allowed to opposing tight ends. So Goddard's number 3, and that game is going to be off the chain scoring wise. So I would go Goddard. That's what got the last coach at ASU fired. ASU. Poverty. 0.75 PPR. Is there another comment to that? Oh, that was this one. Yep. So, yeah, still the same thing. Goddard for sure. Jones. Okay, so that's a different league. Would you say Derrick Henry, Judy, Njoku, Devontae Smith, Michael Mayer, Josh Allen is a solid 32-man starting lineup? I have no idea what this 32-man stuff is, or if this is even a thing. But if somehow you got those in a 32-man roster, I mean, that's better than most of Chaney's teams in 10 and 12 team leagues. So you'd beat him. But yeah, that's a damn good roster. If that's a 32-man lineup roster, that's unreal. Yeah, I would not expect to see something that good in that league. Or not 32 minutes, really wouldn't know. I mean, just think about it though, Chaney. It's better than your teams currently. But just think about that. Think about that in a start, 8 or start 10, start 12, something like that. That's actually a solid team right there. Just even in that. Better than some 12-man league lineups. Exactly. Yeah. Chaney's. Look at him. He's trying to pick your brain. He's trying to see why you're what makes you so good at this. What's up, Muhammad? Good morning. Myers, Samuel, or Downs in the flex, considering that Garoppolo was out. You know what? Let's make it dicey. Josh Downs. Let's go with Josh Downs. I feel comfortable with Downs in that situation. So yeah. Thanks for the question, Muhammad. I appreciate it. And thanks everybody who's hopping in here and asking questions and hanging out, man. Appreciate everybody. Again, if you want to call in, we got 30 minutes. So go ahead and click the link in the chat if you would like. Deontay Foreman, Marvin Jones, Chase Brown is my bench. Yikes. Yeah, I figured it'd be slim pickings there. Yeah. That's I don't even know how you have a bench in a 32-man league of anybody productive. Jahmyr Gibbs, Flowers, or Waddle at flex. Man, this is your flex decision. You got Waddle at flex. Waddle out of these three. Yeah. Gibbs, Flowers, Waddle. Yeah. Go Waddle this week. I don't care who they're playing against, even though it's Philly's defense. It doesn't matter to me. I still got Tua, wide receiver 1, or QB1, Tyreek, wide receiver 1. So to start him with Derrick Henry on a bye week. Yeah. No, I've been fooled too many times by Dan Campbell and running backs. Nope. He said he was going to use usage going to go up. No, I'm not falling for that shit. No more. Actually, I didn't fall for it this offseason because I never drafted Gibbs, nor did I want to. I kind of rose on him for a little bit, but again, like we've been shown this time and time again, and everybody fell right back into the same DeAndre Swift situation. But I do think Gibbs is going to get more touches again as the season goes along, and I think, of course, in the future he's definitely going to be great. But this season, it's just really hard to trust his usage this season. Stafford, rubbing Cousins. Stafford, my guy. Oh, well, Chaney agreed. Didn't really get fleeced in Dynasty League with that trade, so it didn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't. I think that was a pretty solid trade, just because it's Dynasty. Yeah, redraft, absolutely. Dynasty, no. Dynasty, in Dynasty, I always felt like I was giving up more value, but I feel like my thing on those trades is like I'm good with giving up more value if you get like a star, like a guy like a Tyreek at a 2-for-1, whereas you got a guy who is top. Probably I have him as a top 2 Dynasty back right now. I love Kenneth Walker, and Christian Kirk, who can fill in and replace and has been very good this year, consistent PPR guy. So I think it was a really good trade, especially with your running back situation, what it was. Moss or White at running back? I don't like White this week, just for what it's worth. I have him as a sit of the week. But I don't like Moss's volume tendencies right now. I don't know what his volume is going to be. I don't know if it's going to continue to decline. So I still like White a little better. But I just, I think White is in a very, very tough matchup, but I still got to roll with him. So, all right. I think you meant a normal roster format is different than the roster format. Yeah. King Rashawn all day. Okay. Yep. Essentially. Yeah. Okay. Well, I like when we're kind of in sync here in Chaney. Full PPR, need to pick one. Either Jeff Wilson, AJ Dillon, one, Pitts, or Waller. So, all right. Here's how we go. In my rankings, I have Waller higher than Pitts, but I love Pitts. So me personally, I start Pitts for the upside, but I think your more sure bet is Waller for sure. And then out of Jeff Wilson and AJ Dillon, give me Jeff Wilson. Yeah, give me Jeff Wilson. Man, that's so tough though, just because it's so tough to see what they're going to do with Jones. I think I would go with Jeff Wilson for sure. Yeah, Jeff Wilson. And Me personally, I like Pitts. But yeah, again, the risk you take with Pitts, but the upside, I find it, I'm hard pressed to bench Pitts. I've not done it yet this season. Pitts is one of those guys that I'm rocking with every single week. I know. People have been burned, but at least he's not Logan Thomas. So we have that going for us. Phillies Astros rematch. All right. Yeah, now y'all can say, because y'all got a little nervous there. I mean, you're struggling with Arizona, so I don't know if you want that. I don't really think you do. Don't try to fight us, though. Don't try to fight the Astros. Clearly, that doesn't go very well, especially when you have the lead. Go away. D-backs tried their hardest. Hey, series ain't over, man. Series is not over. Jeff Wilson or Kareem Hunt full PPR. Oh man, the Hunt situation is tough, bro. I think Wilson is. I actually think Wilson's less risky than Hunt this week. So just based off of that, of course, if it's full go, both go and Hunt. But I'm leaning Wilson this week. So okay. Oh, okay. Cheese clarified the person in the chat that I was struggling reading their stuff is his grandma. So that now it makes sense. I was so confused. Now I missed that like 10 minutes ago. So that now that everything adds up. End of the day, I'm proud of the D-backs. Not easy to go 50 wins the NLCS a couple years. All right. We don't want to hear it. Participation trophies, blah, 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 blah. All right. So I think I got caught up on the questions. So yeah, I appreciate everybody who's dropped their questions in. Again, if you want to continue to ask, call in or whatever, feel free. John Quinn, if you want to hop in here, if you want to give us a call in, go ahead and give us a call in. I know people would love to hear from you, John. So, all right, let me run back through some of these games here. My lock of the week, just for anybody who is into that sort of thing, is Cardinals +8. So, Cardinals +8, Sea Chickens, they always play them close. Cardinals +8 is my lock of the week. And then again, the game that nobody will watch, Raiders at Bears. Don't even know if this game is on TV. Shouldn't be. So I don't even know why they're wasting their time. Browns at Colts. Another one that's really going to be a snooze fest there. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Bills, Patriots, and we are in another snooze fest. Patriots might be the most boring brand of football I've ever seen in my life. I have not watched a Patriots game this year. Nah, not a single one. I don't care to watch the Patriots. Washington at the Giants -3. I like Washington, of course. Don't like Logan Thomas, though. So if it comes down to a situation where Logan Thomas needs to get a touchdown to win the game, I hope they fail miserably. Hold on. Let's get some cheese in the chat for Grandma Cheese. Hey, throw some cheese in the chat for Grandma Cheese. Okay, I scared her last week. I made her think that Chaney quit the show. Or not last week, sorry. The week before, I made her think that Chaney quit the show. I apologize. And Chaney has not quit yet. Never mind. I'm not going to make any more jokes. I got to learn what jokes are acceptable, Grandma, first before I start clowning on you too much. Drop the link. Hey, do you mind dropping the link in there, Corey? Appreciate you. Raiders and Bears on the CW. Yeah, man. Put them on Spike TV. Foreman or Moss? Foreman. I think. Yeah, Foreman. Let's go Foreman. All right. Yep, there's the link, and Chaney agrees. There's a link for you, John, if you want to call in here, hop in here so we can get some rolling here. By the way, I was utilization rate. I was looking at this. Speaking of Zach Moss, is he on here? No, he is not on this one. Okay. So Zach Moss, I was looking at running back points percentage of his team, 85 rushing. Running back attempts. Hold on, let me get to it here. So yeah, looking at his usage with Taylor out, Zach Moss was actually 85.6% of his team's total running back points, 81.4% of his team's total attempts. So those actually put him at 3 behind only Saquon, Mixon. Oh, actually, yeah, behind only Saquon and Mixon as far as like total running back percentage usage from team. He's 3rd. So I know it has a lot to do with Jonathan Taylor out, but still, that usage is important because the percentages matter when you have a guy who is coming off of injury. If he was being used 50-50, then odds are he's probably going completely to the back of the line, and JT's going to jump in and do 90% of those. But with that usage being that high, they might balance it pretty well. So that is yet to be seen, though. All right, we got John in here. Let me run through a couple of these questions. I'll pull John Quinn up, and then we'll continue to answer questions. Mr. John.
What's going on?
Mr. John Quinn, what's good up, man? How we doing?
I'm good. I'm in the car with the oldest. We're going to Costco.
Oh yeah.
She goes through a bag of 82 pork sausages every 10 days. So
sounds like Chaney.
We're refilling them. Yeah.
Chaney likes to go through sausage every 10 days too.
Yeah, this kid, she's a lunatic. Yeah, we've been grocery shopping all day, so I just jumped on. You have to go rewatch the beginning of the show. But what's up? What's good? Talk to me.
What's up, man? No, we just we're just hanging out. We Chaney bailed on us again. Go figure. So, I just need somebody to talk to, Questions are rolling in though, so if you want to help me on any of these, you can. But questionable Aaron Jones or Brian Robinson Jones for me on that.
Yeah, go Jones.
How you feeling about the potential Astros Phillies matchup?
Listen, I've been in your DMs since postseason baseball started.
Talking about the rematch. Yep.
What have I been telling you? You want to be the best. You got to
be the best. I respect that.
I think out of the AL, the Astros are the best. They're the best team coming in the AL, and I want a rematch of last year. I think the Phillies take it this year because the Phillies adjusted at pitching. That was the one place the Phillies were lacking at. Now, the D-backs have done a hell of a job in Game 3 and Game 4 of silencing the bats, right? And Rob Thomas has not adjusted. He's just been, hey, they're just going to walk or throw garbage to Harper, your franchise player, and you've got Bohm behind him who hasn't really done much.
Yep.
So, I mean, if they don't adjust, they're going to die. I mean, hey, we won last night not playing small ball. We've won every game played by just launching monster.
That's like last year too, though.
Yeah. So,
but y'all's pitching improved. Ours got worse. So,
yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I still like the Phils. I still think it's going to be a Phillies Astros rematch, and I think the Phils take it. I think it's another 6-game series, and the Phillies take it.
You think they take it in 6? You think we're going to go down in 6?
Yeah, I think it's 6 games.
Oof. All right.
So
I'm glad we have this on video.
And so here's the deal, right? Opening, it'll be in Philadelphia. Astros come to Philly first. So we're going to throw Wheeler Game 1, Nola Game 2.
Sorry, guys,
we take those. Then we go down to Houston for 3. We'll probably eke 1 game out there with a bullpen game. We'll come back to Philly 3-2, and then you're either going to have Nola or Wheeler close it out in Game 6.
All right. Well, I'm glad we have that on a video because I'm definitely going to need to bring that back up. I don't know why my camera's popping off right now. So as you give me I'm just going to let that kind of just rest for a second. I'll turn it back on. But all right, we got a couple more questions here. So Gibbs or JT at RB2 full PPR? Gibbs.
Who? Indy has who?
So Indy is going against. Hold on, let me pull it back up here. I got everything. Dude, where is my? Oh, wait, I got the matchups actually right here.
I literally just looked at this 20 minutes
Browns.
ago.
The Browns.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Gibbs is going to be RB1 today because Montgomery's out for Detroit.
Correct.
So you should see him get a lot more usage. He's also He's also a very big catching running back, right?
Yeah,
They like to
PPR
throw
guy,
to
for
him.
sure. For sure.
So if it's your full PPR, I mean, I would lean towards Gibbs.
Me too.
But JT still, I mean, it's still JT. So, but I would lean towards Gibbs.
I got Gibbs at 12, JT at 19 for what it's worth. So
Okay.
Elijah Moore, Bourne, or Jamo. Moore. I've already picked Moore a couple times, so we'll go Moore there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Dude, Moore's. Yep. Zay Flowers or Devonta Smith.
Devonta.
Yeah, you gotta go Devonta. He's been quiet this couple games, but
they're playing the Dolphins.
They're playing the Dolphins. Here's the only thing. I have hesitation, right? The Eagles have a great run game, and they didn't do that against the Jets.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that game?
I think our defense is going to show up. I worry if it's going to be some ticky-tacky pass interference calls. I mean, they're going to go down the field. The Dolphins are going to go down the field. They're going to put points on the board, but it's not going to be them imposing their will on us. We're also going to go down the field on their defense. It's a matter of, hey, are we going to stick with the run game that's been very successful, or are we going to try and air it out? I think there were 50 pass plays when we lost to the Jets, and 20 running plays, and it's like you could have made Swiss cheese of that team with the run game, but you didn't. So I don't know. The other thing with the Devonta Smith thing that I'm worried about is you have Julio coming in, and I know it's not about individual records and everything like that.
JT here, triple. Sorry, go ahead.
It's not about individual records, but if AJ hits 125 plus yards this game, he's tied for overall with 5th consecutive 125 yards receiving games ever, right? Like, I forget who else has that record, but he would be tied for that. It's not about records. I get that it's, the team says that, but at the same time, there's got to be some kind of feeling that, hey, maybe they might try to go for that. So I don't know.
I'm not sure if they will.
If that's going to be the case. Smith, I mean, I'm starting Smith in my one league. In my money league with my family, I have Smith started over some other individuals.
Yeah.
So that's just.
So you think y'all can stop Miami?
I do.
All right.
I do.
We'll see.
I also thought we were going to stop Ohio State yesterday. The only thing I can say about that game is I had a colonoscopy and an endoscopy at 10 o'clock yesterday morning. So I was high as a kite and sleeping all day. So I didn't get to watch it.
That colonoscopy is probably better than watching the game anyway. So
yeah. Well, I had a buddy of mine at work. He's a 63-year-old double PhD who went out of town on Friday, but left me an email before he left work Thursday to say, how does it feel to know that the worst ass rape you're going to get on Saturday isn't the colonoscopy, when he was referencing the Ohio State Penn State game.
Don't get us kicked off YouTube.
Oh, my bad on the lenguaje.
It's all good. I am really curious to see that Miami offense versus y'all's defense. That's going to be I have no idea what's going to happen. I put Tua in at number 1, but still, like, it's rough. I got Herbert at 2, but I don't know. I have no idea what that game is going to look like. This question here, I'm going Herbert, by the way, for Chelsea Martinez. Herbert.
Yeah, I would always go Herbert. I don't care that the Broncos are the Broncos and Broncoing it up right now.
It's Jordan. It's
Herbert. Herbert seems to just come out and play, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're gonna lose, but the guy's gonna connect for 2 TDs. The guy's gonna connect for 220, 230 easily. And the way that the Chiefs have been playing, I mean, less their D line, I'm not overly impressed. So.
Yeah. I'm about to hate what I'm about to have to say here for this another question, but Jonnu Smith or Logan Thomas? It's not Jonnu Smith. Yeah. I don't want to say the other guy's name. I'm mad at him. Sorry for my camera coming in and out. I think it's like dying on me. So but yeah, I got Jonnu pretty low. So promise to grow up Penn State, but for that. Yeah. Yeah, but so your prediction for that game then, for the Miami Eagles game. First off, yeah, how many points do you think you'll hold them to? What's your final score prediction?
Oh man, I think you're going to see something. Probably 28.
28.
I think they're putting up 28, and the Eagles are gonna hit something like 31 to 35.
Okay, so you still got a fairly high scoring.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be high scoring. It's gonna be close though. I don't think it's gonna be one team's running away with it, right? But I think that they go shot for shot. Coming out the gates, they're gonna go shot for shot, right? What was that game 2 weeks ago? Prior to the Jets, God, who did we play? LA when we played the Rams, right? When we played the Rams, it's gonna go down the same way. First, they're gonna eat a lot of clock first 2 series, but we're gonna walk off with the 6, and then it's gonna be back and forth after that. You're gonna see some defensive stops on the Eagles' end. I don't love the Dolphins' defense, but we'll see.
They haven't needed it. I think they're sneaky. I think the Dolphins defense is very, very underrated. I thought they were coming into the season too, but they've just they've been wildly inconsistent at moments. But when you have an offense like that, it doesn't matter.
Right.
But when it comes to y'all, when it comes to like a solid team like across the board, like the Eagles, of course, y'all to me are one of the 2 best teams in the NFL without a doubt. When Christian McCaffrey's healthy for the Niners, I believe they probably are the top. I don't know. Just that team looks ridiculous with CMC there, but seeing them without him just leaves me a little bit worried or concerned about I don't know. They're too reliant on that one guy.
And I agree, right? And it pains me as an Eagles fan, but I think we talked about this last time I called in when she's decided to skip work for the day and go do something other than this. We talked about it, and it's that he's the disruptive force on the field, on the offensive side of the ball for the 49ers, right? Hey, yeah, Debo got it, great. Ayuk, who's, fantastic, great. You've got all these other things, and then it's but McCaffrey's the disruptor, right? You design your plays, you go through your progressions as quarterback, and then it's nope, my security blanket, CMC, right there. I'm just gonna go to him, and you know what? For whatever reason, nobody's stopping the guy. He's kind of the do more version of Travis Kelce, right? It just seems like Mahomes only has Kelce as his security blanket.
That's it.
And McCaffrey is very similar, but I think he's more athletic. He can do a lot more. He's shown us this season, actually for the past 15 games that he's scored a touchdown. He can do a lot more.
Yep.
So, I agree with you. They are a very, very difficult force to beat. The Browns walked away with a W last week because Debo goes out early. So it's kind of like a war of attrition, right? Who's going to be the last man standing because everybody's all beat down. And Browns at that point.
Yeah, that's not everybody can be the Texans. I get it, but
right. Not everybody can be the Texans. I mean, hey, listen, you want to bring the Texans up? Hey, listen, Coach of the Year, right there. I don't care what anybody says. That's Coach of the Year. If it doesn't go to D'Amico, people are on drugs. I mean, you guys are already. What are you, 3-3 right now?
3-3, and we've had
3-14 last season, right? So
and we've had basically none of our starting offensive linemen for most of the year. It's been crazy what Stroud and D'Amico have been able to do. It's been wild. But
look at the Texans last season, right? There's a couple games last season. They're a field goal off from winning the game. A couple points off from winning the game. Right, even against the Eagles, I thought it was dicey last year when they were playing the Eagles. I was like, "Are we really gonna? Is this a trap game? Are we gonna lose to the Texans?"
It started looking that way. I think we took the Chiefs to overtime.
Yeah, I mean it's the same. The Texans last year have been they played very similar to the way Nebraska's played for years now, where it's we're a field goal away from being a elite team, right? To being in the conversation. And that's how Nebraska's been for several seasons now.
So to put that in perspective, 2-24 over the last 4 years coming into the season in 1-score games. 2-24.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, all right, we got about 5 minutes to the game. So, man, I appreciate you hopping on. It's always good talking to you. And
yeah, brother, I'll talk to you.
Yeah, but no, I appreciate you hopping on. We'll probably continue doing this, man. So just keep hopping on, and we'll keep pulling you on and talking ball with you. So I appreciate you, man.
Always. I'll be in your DMs. You guys have what tonight?
We play. We play in Houston.
Yeah, I'll be in your DMs later tonight.
All right. Well, hopefully you better be in them if we're winning, not if we're losing. So
you come on. I want the rematch.
No, I'm just playing
right now.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get it. Yeah, absolutely. No, man. So yeah, I'll talk to you in a little bit then, man. I appreciate you hopping on.
All right, later, brother.
All right, everybody. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We got about 4 minutes to the game, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I'd like to here, please, like and subscribe. We would love to have y'all every week joining us so we can, kind of build a nice little community here, get some people calling in pretty regularly and see what we can get going. So, again, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Cheese may be back next week. We will see how his second job treats him. And, but without further ado, I am Justin Adams. That is Malibu, and we are signing out. Peace.